Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday, everybody. How are we feeling on this SON day? What's up? Hey, y'all, what's going on? Hey, come on in, y'all. Come on in. What's going on this Sunday? Y'all know we get together on Sundays. We have our discussions, our topics, our talks. Hey Tonya, how you doing, beautiful? Hey Thelma, queen. So good to see you too. Hey, happy Sunday. Come on in, y'all. Like, share. We're going to have a powerful conversation today, as we do every Sunday that we get together. Hello, Mabel. It was so good to see you yesterday. Yes. Hey, Cherry. How are you? Yes, good to see you. We are getting ready to have a wonderful discussion. Hello, Keithan. What's going on, my brother? How are the Sigmas doing today? Like, share. Is it ever a convenient or a good time to win? That's what we're talking about today. Libra, what's going on, my sister? In success. Yes. Is it ever a good time to win? Is it ever really a good time? That's what you got to ask yourself. Because I cannot tell you all the number of people who tell me it's not a good time. It's not a good time. It's just not a good time. And I'm just thinking to myself, when is it going to be a good time to win? WHEN, is it going to be a good time to WIN? And how do you know when it's a good time to win? Who made you the win police of yourself? I don't know. But guys, let me tell you this. I'm coming straight from the heart today. Hey, Trish, what's going on? You said tell it. I'm going to tell it. Hey, Pam. That's my auntie Pam. Hey, Helen, what's going on, y'all? Hey, Floyd. Hello, my brother. Greetings. When is it a good time to win? How can you determine that? Let me tell you about God. God is so good. And he is constantly pushing us closer to our destiny. If you really stop to think about all the things he's trying to do for you, all the things he's trying to do for us, half the stuff we blocking it because we don't even have the courage to step on out there. There is never a good time to win. I'm just going to tell you right now. All the cards will never be stacked in your favor. Everything is not going to be perfect. The clouds are not going to part so that the sun ain't always going to be shining. You're not going to be in the best health, the best wealth to get ready to win. There's so many people that say, you know what, Miss Watkins, just wait until I get this straight. Just wait until this pass over. Wait until you think it's the right time to win. But let me tell you something. And when I look biblically and reference biblical, stories that I hear, I think about Moses. And I think about Moses when God approached him about leading his people. And Moses said, I stutter. I don't even know how to put my words together, God. I can't speak as well as my brother Aaron. Let him talk. I'm not the one. God said, you are the one, and I'm using you. I'm not using Aaron. It's you, Moses, who's going to lead the people. God could have chosen to lead him or have him lead when he was with Pharaoh, when he had prestige, when he had clout. He could have chosen to speak to him at that time. He could have chosen to help him to lead the people at that time, but he did not. Moses went through murder, shame, hiding. Then he began to shepherd. He began to humble himself. Somebody gonna get this message today. And when you look at how Moses was at the right hand of Pharaoh, he was really a son of Pharaoh, but then he began to live in the wilderness, that's when God could use him. When he was at his most humble point. When you look at Gideon, you see that Gideon, he said, I'm a farmer. Why would you think I could lead an army? And God said, Gideon, it's on you. It's up to you. And Gideon said, God, send me some signs, because I don't even, you know how we always questioning God, right. He said, send me some signs. If the dew hit a certain way, and if the men drink the water a certain way, whoever's afraid, just let them. He went through all those steps. He ended up with 300 against an army of close to hundreds of thousands, 1 million. It was some unbelievable number. But God told him what to do. He had to humble Gideon. So many times he said, Gideon, yes, you are a farmer. You're not a major warrior, but I'm going to use you. And I think about, and I say this to say to you all, when I started my journey of entrepreneurialism, I was one person who just wanted a little bit more, but I still held on to my 9 to 5 because, sometimes that check can be a pacifier. That check is a comfort. I mean, hey, you get a check every 2 weeks. You ain't trying to mess that up. So I always had dreams of being an entrepreneur. I always thought I wanted to be, but I just said it wasn't a good time. Not a good time. I don't think it's a good time. It never was a good time. Finally, April the 4th, 2014, I walked into work. I was fired. Let go. And in that time, okay, God said, you know what? Get on out this mess. We're going to cut this check. And ladies and gentlemen, it was within 6 months. Of course, unemployment is gone. Within another 6 months, savings was out of here. But in that time, I met our founder and CEO. Right at that time, I met Mr. Donald Bradley. Now, I did not tell him when I met him I was sleeping on an air mattress. I did not tell him I was at my mama's house. Now, this is somebody who spent 20 years in corporate America. I had a company credit card, an office with a door, degree, all of these credentials down to nothing. I could have said, this is not a good time. And when I signed up and partnered with him, within a few weeks, I had met him. He flew in from Atlanta. He helped me launch my business. This was 5 years ago. And we were driving around in my car at the time. It was old beat up Lexus. And we were driving around building the business. Do you all know that the next time he came back within a month, he said, do you have a new car? I said, no, mine has been repoed. The little beat up Lexus that I thought I had it going on was repoed. So when I tell you, I could have just said, look, my car's been repoed. I'm living at home with my mama. This ain't a good time for me to launch this business. This ain't a good time for me to win. This is just, I need to get myself together. I mean, here I am doing presentations, telling people how they can win, talking about financial freedom that I didn't know nothing about. I wasn't free. I was living at home with my mother. But guys, when I tell you God humbles you so he can use you, somebody gonna get this today. Had I, started this journey and it was, I was on top of the world, car, check, things going my way, I would have never been able to give him the glory. I would have never been able to identify my source of strength. I would have never said, God, it was you, it wasn't me. So sometimes we think we are supposed to have all the cards aligned. He's taking the cards so that you understand where your strength is coming from. Guys, even though you're going through the storm, you ain't got to tell everybody you're going through the storm. I mean, I was doing presentations in rental cars. I was doing presentations with no resources. I wasn't telling people that at the time. I was talking about what I saw, not what I see. What was in front of me, what I was seeing was a zero check balance or negative. So I was talking through my vision. I was speaking of my future. It's okay to speak from your future. Your current situation is not your final destination. You don't have to have your cards aligned, because let me tell you something. It is in the valley that you get your strength. It is through the test you get your testimony. Somebody needs you to fight right now in the valley, because if everything was perfect, how can you relate to me? See, when people tell me, Miss Watkins, you don't understand. Right now it's hard on me. And I say, I know what it's like to start the business and you don't have it. I know what it's like to have to put 2 pennies together to go to big events and sleep 5 to a room. I know what it's like not to have money to go to the big restaurants and you eating off the dollar menu. I know what it's like to sell a dream that's not yet manifested in your life. So I can say, I know what it's like. But if you fight through that, you can do anything. If you get through the little test, the tiny little test, if you can just be like Moses, and he's looking at this ocean and he's saying, Lord, what are we, Father God, what I'm about to do? God say, stretch this rod out and parted the Red Sea. Don't tell me what he can't do for you. He was still able to lead when he couldn't even see a way. Some of you can't see the way, but you ain't praying. You're not praying. You got to pray and work and work and pray. Because I did a live last week. Are you using prayer for procrastination? I'm not talking about pray and then do nothing. No, guys, I was praying while I was going through the storm. I was walking. I was moving. I was doing presentations broke. And then as you keep moving through, you start getting paid. As you keep working and putting in the work ethic, you start making some money. If you just start moving, it will work. People tell me all the time, Miss Watkins, does this work? I say, do you? Do you work? Because it ain't going to work if you don't work. And you can't make excuses for timing, because it's bad timing for everybody. But here's what you have to do. Are you willing to trade your ego for equity? Comment below, I'm willing to trade my ego for equity. That's right. That's right. That's my frat brother Sherman. He said that's a good word. That's a good word. Are you willing to trade your ego for equity? What is ego? Edging God out. Edging God out. So when you say it's not time, it's not a good time, I can't, start a new venture, I can't, work out, I can't go feed the homeless, I can't help nobody because I'm helping myself. Whenever you say it's a bad time for you to win and help people, and it's a bad time for you to live in your purpose, you are basically saying, God, I don't trust you. I trust myself, but I don't trust you. That's when you are completely edging God out, when you say it's not a good time. If something comes in your face and it's an opportunity to do something amazing, jump on it. Do not wait. Do not hesitate. Do not talk about it's not a good time. Lord, it can't be me. I can't be the leader. Do you think I thought I could be the leader of somebody when I didn't have a car? I ain't have no job. Living at home on an air mattress. Do you think I felt like a leader? I didn't feel like no leader. It's still today. Even though finances is not the issue, there's still life issues that come about. There's still haters out there. There's still health and negativity. There are always obstacles. But I've learned to trust God. I've learned that every setup or setback is a come up. I've learned that even though I don't see the light, he's already worked it out on the other end. I've learned to just give it over to him and keep moving in a positive direction. I've learned that everything will work itself out. So I have learned to say, it's not about me, it's about him. And if he feels that it's good time, if this is what God is pushing me to do, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Even though I don't understand how I'm going to do it, I don't understand how it's going to get done, I'm going to do it. Guys, I'm so grateful he gave me the little bit of courage to do it, because now over 9,000 lives were attached to that decision to trust God, to trust my leader, Mr. Bradley, to get started. 9,000 lives We moving towards more than that. It'll be 10,000 pretty soon. What if I would have said, not a good time? There were a whole lot of people attached to me and my decision to either be willing to have courage or being selfish. What about you? Whose rescue is attached to you? Who are you supposed to be helping, but because it's not a good time, you don't do nothing, but worry about your problems, your situation? Who are you supposed to be inspiring, but it's not a good time for you? I just wanted to put that on your heart. Now, that's just a question you have to ask yourself. I can't answer it for you, but I can tell you from me, I'm so glad that he used me, and he's still using me. So I feel like Gideon. I feel like Moses some days. I feel like Harriet Tubman sometimes. It was never convenient for people who led some people. They weren't perfect people. They were just people with a little courage, with a little bit of courage and determination. They're not people who everything was perfect. I mean, if you look at Sister Harriet, she was always on the run. But she had a little courage. And she helped hundreds of people get to freedom who they didn't believe on their own they could do it. Who are you supposed to lead? Who are you supposed to help? And I promise you, it's never going to be a good time to do it. So thank you for joining me on this Sunday as we get together for a few minutes every Sunday and talk. And today, when is it ever a good time to win? Never. The answer is never. But I'm going to win anyway. I'm going to walk anyway. I'm going to help anyway. I'm going to move anyway. Somebody say, do it anyway. Comment below, do it anyway. Do it anyway. I don't care how afraid you are, how sick you are, how scared you are. I don't care. You ain't got to have degrees. You ain't got to have authority. All you need is God on your side and determination. And guess what? Somebody gonna help you figure it out. So I'm grateful for my coach and mentor helping me figure it out. I'm grateful for Tiffany McIntosh, who believed when I didn't have no money. Thank you, Philip Rollins, for believing and I didn't have no money. Madeline Alexander, who believed and I didn't have no money. Ima Weidman, you know I didn't have no money and you still believed in me. I'm thankful for the people who joined me and knew I was at my mama's house. And they still joined the team. They didn't care. They could have been like, why are we joining her team? She at her mama's house. But they did anyway. Thank you, Joel Strother. You joined me. You knew I was at my mama's house. I appreciate you guys. I love all of you. Because anybody can join you when you got the Range Rover. Anybody can join you in the red bottoms. Anybody can say, oh, I see this. No. Some of y'all missing it because you're not joining people while they're in the valley. No, you want to wait till they get to the mountaintop and then you want to join them then. Gonna be too late. Get with people in that raw state. Because I promise you, if you get with people in the bottom, it's gonna be real nice at the top. So they say, faith it till you make it. That's what you do. Faith it. Don't fake it. You ain't got to be fake. You know, and you ain't got to tell everybody exactly what's going on. Because I didn't tell everybody exactly what was going on until it was over. But faith it. I had pride in myself. Even though I didn't have 2 brown pennies, I looked good. I showed up. That's what you do. You show up with dignity, with courage, with pride. And then God adds the increase. So help somebody today. Have some courage. It's time for you to win and walk in your purpose. Win right now. So if you're looking at this for the first time, you live with me, comment 1 below. Hey, Cheryl. Thank you. Hey, Willie. Hey, Dorian. Hello. Love you guys too. Hey, Helen and Gina. Hey, Matt over there in the UK. I'm so grateful that you are a part of my story. All the UK people. Can you believe this? This story was meant for you too. You were part of this story. Somebody is going to be blessed through your courage. So have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Do it anyway. That's right. If you're looking at this replay, comment 2 below. Do it anyway. Do it anyway. Faith until you make it. I see all these wonderful comments. God bless you guys. Thank you, Chantel. Yes, yes, yes. You guys have a wonderful Sunday. I'm going to be on here looking at these comments and just enjoying these words of affirmation you guys are giving. Hey, Eric, I absolutely love you, brother. How are you? My brother, Eric Hawkins. You are such a warrior. Hello, hello. Guys, have an amazing Sunday. Have courage.